Good morning. This is Tim Mackesy from Atlanta, Georgia. And this morning I would like to share with you a friend of mine, a guest we have here today, who's going to tell us his history with stuttering. We only met 4 weeks ago, but he's a 52-year-old male who decided in the year 2020 to take on his stuttering. And it brings a lot of people hope to consider that age 52, that you can still make colossal changes in your stuttering and self-confidence in a short time period. It is possible. So please this morning tell us who you are and where you came from and how long you've been here in the States.
My name is Subbu Chandranathan. I am 52 years old. I was born and brought up in India. When I was 29, I moved to US. I have bachelor's and master's degree in India. I am from a state called Tamil Nadu. My mother tongue is Tamil. Okay. Yeah. The reason I approached Tim was I had some issues with my communication skills. Like my employers and also my friends mentioned about my speech problems. Sometimes they also made a little bit fun of me. Um, I, I lacked confidence in speaking, especially in business settings. I get very anxious and also fearful when someone asks lots of questions. Even though I know the answers, the words will not come out smoothly. Okay, then, yeah, then like I felt like my career has not been progressing because of my stuttering issues. I avoided many meetings, also presentations, networking with other professionals in my area. Um, so I approached him to improve my like communication skills. Also, sometimes I was not able to express clearly whatever whatever I'm thinking in my mind due to fear and anxiety. Then I called many places in Atlanta. Most of the speech therapists, what they said is they do speech therapy only for kids, not for adults. Finally, I was very glad that I found Tim. Yeah, I have been coming to Tim for last 4 weeks. Yeah, I have been making very good progress so far.
Well, thank you for that so far. So when we met, I learned that even though you had more than 20 years of experience in IT and a master's degree in comp sci and mastery of your information at work, sometimes if you were in a meeting, you knew the answer or had an important question, you would hold back because of the fear of stuttering. And then we learned also that you have very soft spoken, which was an attempt to kind of conceal the stuttering. And we started to explore, where did this fear of talking come from? Where did the fear of questions come from? And we went back to your childhood. And this brings up something very exciting called timeline therapy. Timeline therapy is an offshoot of NLP. You can investigate the work of Tad James in NLP. And going back to childhood, we find out, we were corrected and teased and bullied. And that's where we begin to avoid. And that fear and anxiety of stuttering can ride with us from school age all the way into our 50s and beyond. So what would you like to share about our investigation back into the roots of the anxiety?
Yeah, during our first session, Dr. Tim, he went back all my timeline to my childhood all the way up to now. Then I explained him when I was a kid, sometimes when I was in fear or anxious, I was not able to talk. I stopped talking. Then my families and friends mm, sometimes said it in a good way, but sometimes they made fun of me too. Then when I moved to United States, at the age of 29. Some of my previous employers, also co-workers, also made fun of me. So I had that impression that I am not good at communication. So that was always in my mind. So because of that, in business meetings, whenever talks very vocal and also very good communication skills, I always compare myself with others. I felt embarrassed. Then I started keeping quiet in the meetings, even though I knew answers. Yeah, those things. Then Dr. Tim also did many things. He asked me to um, taught me to talk slower, louder, and also uh, speak from diaphragm. Also, he did lots of CBT, that's cognitive behavioral therapy, to erase all my bad malware in my memory, like whatever things happened in the past, to erase all those things. Also, he taught me to accept and disclose. Stuttering, it's okay to stutter sometimes. Stuttering doesn't mean that I am not competent. Um, so now I'm feeling much better. Also, nowadays, whenever I call any business, I talk slowly and louder. They understand very well. Also, in the meetings, I don't get anxious or fearful. I I'm able to express whatever in my mind clearly to like my peers and also to my managers. It helped me a lot within like 4 weeks. Like I made lots of progress, and also my confidence and self-esteem improved a lot. It's all because of Tim's therapy. Thank you very much, Tim, for all your help to improve for improving my communication skills.
It's a pleasure, and I'm always intrigued when somebody in their 30s, 40s, or 50s makes the phone call, I'm ready for help. I always know they have leverage. Like, for example, someone in their 20s, their manager says, I need you to speak in front of groups, or I need you to go to trade shows or meetings on behalf of the company. And then 40s and 50s. I always know someone has a leverage or tipping point. There's a reason why they're coming forward. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired or fed up with the stuttering problem. Many times it's the fear, avoidance, and anxiety that's the driving force for seeking help. It's interesting you mentioned that here in your 50s, that the fear and anxiety was rooted back when you were younger, that being corrected a lot as a child or teased, it stings, it hurts. And then you move to the States and they point out your stuttering, maybe make fun of it, mock it in a professional setting, and it sets off a trigger. It reminds me of post traumatic stress disorder, where something that's similar occurs again and it opens up the memories. That's how this whole thing works. Is we have events with stuttering when we're little that bother us and they can go with us. And you're saying that now you are speaking up in meetings, you are asking questions, you are making more phone calls, and you're comfortable. I know we put the mirror in your therapy too, either using the mirror during phone calls or in your chat appointments, putting a mirror behind your computer so that you can see yourself talk and move your mouth. Your mother tongue is Tamil, and there is an accent, of course, and we know it behooves you to talk more slowly for your English speakers. So, talking more slowly helps to reduce your accent. It also helps you with your new skills to control your rate. You've learned what to do when you stutter like that, how to release a stutter. Put them all together. Reduce your accent or the impact of it by talking more slowly, moving your mouth more. You mentioned the diaphragmatic breath because you wanted to speak up, be heard better so that someone hears you the first time. Do you have any advice for parents to be more patient with their children who stutter?
Yes, um, it's not like a one quick fix. It's a slow thing, but it will take lots of time. If your kids is are suffering from stuttering, don't hesitate to accept it. Right away call a doctor, therapist, speech pathologist, then try to get therapy session. um, it's you will not expect overnight cure. It's a slow process. It will take like at least month to 2 month, and also lots of practices um, to improve the stuttering.
Yeah. We know there's no cure for stuttering. It is absolutely exciting to work with someone like yourself who, in their 50s, decides to take on a stutter and successfully is doing so right before our eyes and ears, and shedding tons of the old fear and anxiety in a hurry. Some people think once they hit their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s that it is what it is. I'm just, however I stutter now, I'm going to stutter the rest of my life. There's nothing I can do that's substantial. And there's a difference between acceptance and evolution. You mentioned one of the important things for you to do is to accept I stutter sometimes and to take the meaning away from it, to reframe your thoughts. So that's first step was acceptance, but then you also wanted to evolve. You wanted to speak more in meetings, speak clearer, louder, assert yourself, ask important questions to raise your value in a company, because you mentioned at the beginning here you want to move up the ladder in the working world, and I get it. And to do that, we have to express our opinions. You had all the information for IT and comp sci, you just held back. So acceptance leads to evolution. Evolving is evolving. If you come to me and you say, I want to increase the fluency of my speech, I want to be more assertive, I want to speak more, I want to get rid of my fear, that's the evolution that comes after acceptance. You brought up the expression malware. Malware, like the beliefs. If I stutter, I'm not competent. If I stutter, people will doubt my opinion. That's the old malware that came from childhood, and we have quarantined the malware, and we are in the process of getting it off of your hard drive.
Yes.
So you mentioned you might get another degree.
Yeah. I'm planning to pursue a master's degree in Georgia Tech. I have bachelor's and master's from India. It's my dream to get a degree from a U.S. university. That's the reason I am pursuing my master's degree. Um, Tim helped me to build confidence. Like my stuttering has improved a lot. Like it's reduced now. I am very confident. Like I want to be more successful in my career, and also I want to be successful, very productive in business meetings. And also whenever someone asks lots of questions, I want to answer like slowly and also louder. Like that is my goal.
I'm inspired. You want to get another degree, an advanced degree, and then increase your skill level and keep growing, keep building, keep doing more. I think that's really exciting. Sometimes a stutter can shackle somebody and hold them back, and you are like a horse coming through the gates at a race. You are ready to do more with your life. And it's really exciting. It makes me think of a quote: when the objective is clear enough, there's no obstacle. And you're forming new objectives. That's the thing. When somebody reduces their fear and anxiety about stuttering and then they learn some speaking skills, they take off. I've met so many people who have decided after they have improved their speaking skills to go on to law school or to go into marketing. And they reinvent themselves because many times they were doing a career, stuck in a career because of their fear of stuttering. So this is really exciting. Next week I have a chance to meet a 73-year-old male who
Yes. Wow.
has decided to take on his stuttering. How cool is that?
That's it.
So Thank you for your time this morning. And I think anyone who has heard your podcast will be intrigued to find out where are you a year, 2, 3 from now. And it would be great when the coronavirus is better handled to get you in front of a crowd to tell your story.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much for all your help to improve my
Thank you, Subbu.
skills. Yeah.
Thank you, Subbu.
Thank you.